wonderful Thursday. Um, hope you had a good day yesterday as well. So we're going to be continuing where we left off, working on the figuring out Octavia, and how we can get uh, Ansible it so that we can deploy it and get it running. Um, I took a look. I did some more research. Took a look at that video the last time I was up, and unfortunately, the video didn't provide too much in ways of how to actually install it. Um, it was kind of a very quick online session. Going, it's like, oh, here's DevStack. Download that, run it, and then you can just start running commands. And that's not what I was looking for. But it did provide a little bit of insight for me as to how Octavia works and interacts with between Neutron and what it's doing on the inside. So I have a bit of a better idea as to how some of the things are plugging together. Want to do a quick shout out on something I decided I'm kind of experimenting with this stream. I've gone ahead and I'm actually hoping to make this quick because I'm under the impression Twitch gets a little upset. But I'm actually streaming to two different platforms right now at the same time. I'm using a service called Restream, and it is streaming to both YouTube, my YouTube channel, and to Twitch at the same time. Restream is able to actually handle both chats at the same time, and so I have one place to look, but it should be going to both services, and actually if someone makes a comment on one, they should see it in the other service. I'm just trying that out. Chat's been actually quiet 99% of the time, but 99.59% of the time, which is fine. But my hope is that this will attract a little bit more people, because Twitch is definitely more of a gaming website rather than, they do have some science, technology, and educational type stuff, but those tend to be low traffic. Anyway, we'll see where it goes, or how it goes. So anyway, and if YouTube's your preferred spot, or whatever, on my LinkedIn, I did actually put both links. Unfortunately, LinkedIn went and, just like what Twitter normally does, and creates its own URL, or shortened it, and I didn't realize it would do that, so they're unlabeled. So the first one is Twitch, the second one is YouTube. So yeah, whichever platform you like, doesn't matter to me. Well, hopefully, if Restream works the way it's supposed to, doesn't matter to me. Anyway, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Switch over here. All right. Okay, so another rundown. Just I'm not going to cover this entire list, just the first part. So we're currently learning to Ansible Octavia. We want to Neutron load balancer as a service v2 API is required. So I'm glad I actually looked into that. I'm gonna have to actually edit the Neutron controller appropriately, so that's something to keep in mind. Once we get Octavia up and going, I have to migrate some data off of my previous Cinder location, get it safe, pull it out. That way I can re-prepare that volume for the new data and put it back in. The reason being that I have to pull it out and put stuff back in is I never used the actual backup service, and the database at this point for Cinder has been lost. So even if Cinder saw the volumes, it doesn't know what they are or what to do with them. And I have found no other way to handle that appropriately, which is kind of annoying from a storage administration perspective. But that's not something I want to necessarily look into at this juncture. And then finally, I will redeploy OpenStack, final for true. This is what it is, with Cinder, Octavia, whole 9 yards. And at that point, as far as I'm concerned, OpenStack is up. Let's see. I'm trying to gather my thoughts a little. So that's just the quick stuff. I'm hoping to at least get this far by the end of the year, but we'll see. I may actually have to do my own personal overtime in order to make that date, but let's see how far we can get tonight in my understanding of how this works. So I've been keeping notes so far. These are the same notes as before. I did not add any new ones. This is my step-by-step as to what I've been doing with Octavia from the perspective of, so right now, the way I'm approaching this currently is I'm actually using the current deployment in the basement of OpenStack, and I'm doing things by hand in order to get an understanding of how things are working, get a little bit faster turnaround. Do not do that on a production system normally. Just don't. It's not a good idea. The other thing is also because of the way Octavia works, it would need embedded virtualization, and VirtualBox just flat out does not support it. And I got confirmation or reconfirmation of that when I was watching that YouTube video I found from the OpenStack Summit in Tokyo, I believe. Anyway, so these are the notes I've been keeping up with. Let's go ahead and I did I was looking into the disk image. You have to do the disk image. The funny thing is that they make this disk image and all that's on there is HA proxy. But anyway, so that's actually, so they are indeed moving away from embedded Neutron load balancer as a service, and moving towards Octavia to handle the load balancing, and that's their current direction. Let's see. So my main goal is to actually just kind of pick up exactly where I left off ish, because it looks like my terminal is not up. And just continue hand jamming the just manual configuration of Octavia and Neutron, see if I can get it running. If I remember right, I had created an image, but I had not yet uploaded it into Glance, and then I also need to create a Nova flavor for the Amphora image. No recommendation as to what that flavor size, flavor spec should be, which is still a little annoying. And then, so let's sign into Cumulonimbus. I should have, where did the image go? When I created the Amphora image, where did it go? So it's doing stuff in temp. I'll just recreate it and then find it. All right. I think what I'm going to do is for a flavor, I am going to, let me pull up OpenStack real quick, actually, so I can get an idea of all the controls. Where am I? Apparently I don't have it up at all. Dashboard, admin, let me in. All right, admin, compute, flavors, create a flavor. All right, so it needs a name. It needs the number of virtual CPUs. It needs the RAM in megabytes. The amount of gigabytes for the root disk. Oops. A ephemeral swap RC. Okay, it doesn't need any of that. So those are the minimum things I need. The name is just going to be. I'm just going to call it Amphora. Why complicate things? Number of virtual CPUs. Let's do 2. More than it probably needs, but everything seems to always need more than 1. Number of megabytes of RAM. For now, let's do 4 gig. I can't remember that number off the top of my head. 1024 times 4, 4096. All right. 4096. And the root disk in gigabytes. We need to allow some accommodation of Ubuntu. So let's actually look at, where'd you put it? Where'd you put it, script? Where'd you put you? Here's the image. You're not helping. What'd you do? What'd you do? Did it really put it in there? I guess that's fine, but it would have been better if it actually told me. Just to verify. List files in tar.gz. XTVF. May not specify more than 1. No, it's the ZTVF. Duh. Oh wow, this is an actual full-on. I was expecting like a. What was I expecting? I was honestly expecting like the IMG file to be in there. So I don't think that's the real thing. It's a liar. Shoot. Gosh darn it. Think. Where's the disk image go? Well, of course, now that I think about it, I didn't exactly tell it to put it anywhere. Oh, no, I did. It should have created a new file called Ubuntu AMD 64. Man, disk image create. Nope. Set the image name of the output image file. Turn it on good print, clear environment, blah blah blah. Where'd you put it? Where'd you put it, man? Set the image type of the output image file's default QCOW2. Yeah, so it should have been an IMG file. Not that. That's old. I should just get rid of that right now. Alright. There's something clearly. Wow, this is above my. Shoot. Let's do this. Run it again, only this time let's just tee it to disk image log.txt. Let's go ahead. Yep. Server copy has not changed. Use locally cached. Okay. Wait. Computer checksum did not match. Ooh, that's a problem.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I really wish there was a command for her to mute herself. Alright. One of these days I'll remember to mute her ahead of time. Carpeted wheels don't work. There we go. State already clean, no way to do anything here. Liars. Close connect, resolve time, blah blah blah. Server certs. State. Seriously, where are you putting it? Really? Windows return code, or why is it doing that? State already clean. I legitimately don't know what to do with this. Let's kind of clear the playing field a little. Okay. One more time. Alright, so now it's re-downloading the image, which is okay. Hopefully it doesn't actually interrupt my connection, but we'll see. I'll keep an eye on the stats. So while that's doing its thing, and since I've teed it off, let's go ahead and create our Amphora size. What was I going to do? I was going to do 2 CPU, 4096. Oh, I never come up with the root disk. I was waiting to find out what the size of the image was. Oops. You know what? Size right now isn't a concern, and I can always kind of clean it up. So let's make it, let's see, 1024 times how many gig? 10? Would that be enough? Of course, stat is 0. That's the general rule. Just start there, and again, I can always adjust it if need be. All right, let's come back, put that there, and create the flavor. All right, and then that's the ID, or the current ID. Whoops. Okay. Store ID. Let's just put it after to kind of indicate to myself it was auto-generated to okay. Probably way beefier than it needs to be, but it's a start. All right. The other thing. Let's create. Let's see. SSH. Let's log into the same box again while it's creating the disk image. Let's. I think I already enabled it correctly, but let's make sure that I enabled the Neutron load balancer as a service API. Computer. Reload. Retry? Just stop doing that. I think the tab wigged out. Yeah, tab wigged out. Alright, so that's the maintenance guide. That's fine. This was one of the references I had. This was turning on the load balancer as a service. And this guy wasn't helping in that. He was providing the configuration for Octavia directly. That's not going to work if the load balancer service API is not up. So let's take a look. Why did he separate them into different? What? Oh. Oh. Why did no? I don't. I'm not so sure about following this because of what he's doing. Could be benign. It could work just fine, but I'm not a fan of. I don't see the need to. That's right. Okay, I think I did do this, but just to be safe, let's take a look. All right, so we got the service plugins right here, router, and then the load balances service plugin. Okay. Then service provider. Pattern not found. Add to the service provider config directive within the service provider section of the Neutron LBaaS.com. Okay. No balancer v2, Octavia, Neutron, LBaaS, yada yada yada. Okay, that matches. Ensure that LBaaS v1 and v2 service providers are removed from the service provider section. They're not there. Okay. Verify that all LBaaS agents are stopped. They were never started, so we should be good. Restart the network service to activate the new configuration. You are now ready to create and manage load balancers with Octavia. This is specifically just Neutron. Yep. I think this just opens up to now stable while the LBaaS view has been based on. No. Oh, excuse me. Alright, sorry. I got steam going off in my ear because people keep going to sleep and coming back. Stop. Go away. Alright. Let's see. Octavia user was done. Not entirely sure this is needed. Controller install. This was just Neutron in general, right? Yeah. Okay, so actually I think this is where, all right, so I'm done here. I think this is where I need to ensure Octavia is configured correctly. Oh, do I still have a... Oh, did a session get killed off? Oops. Okay, it's not running, so there's a recovery file that never got cleaned up. As a use recover or -R. If you did this already, delete the swap. Okay. You should check if everything's okay. You might want to write out this file. Octavia.conf.recovered. Okay, so I'm glad. Wait a minute. Why some of these have diffs that aren't different? Oh no, they are. Okay, so it's a good thing I did recover. Whew. Alright, let's delete the swap. We've done with that. And then let's move there. Alright, where was I in that other page? This guy. Controller worker. There you are. Amp image tag. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have to, when I upload with Glance, I'm gonna have to tag it. Flavor ID is here, and that it needs to match this guy. SSH key name. Upload the SSH key as the service auth user described elsewhere in this config. Leaving this variable blank will install no SSH key on Amphora. I want that. As good a name as any. Amp boot network list. Right here. Networks to attach to the Amphora examples. One primary network, multiple networks. All networks defined in the list will be attached to each Amphora. Networks to attach to the Amphora. Oh, is this the... is this guy? Right, there's also security groups to consider. Don't need that. You must pick appropriate hosts to run the Octavia components, install the dependent, install, okay. Great. Ugh, sorry. Create Octavia keys and certificates. That's right, I'll have to ask. Should do that now. I should ask OpenStack to create keys, key pairs. Create a key pair. Octavia SSH key. Oh, spaces or dashes. Upload the SSH key as the service auth user described elsewhere in this config. Leaving this variable blank will install no SSH key. Before I go down too far, so he put underscores. Does he mention? Does he mention how he did the SSH key? No, he doesn't. So best I can tell, that name is wrong. I believe that needs to match. I really don't know. Where am I? Stop. Stop yawning at me. Alright, network list in the security group. Unfortunately, it's beyond the scope. Control worker. Oh, he did do the underscore. How are they getting away with that? Alright, what you got for me? Certificates, anchor, controller, worker, image ID, SSH key name, Octavia SSH key name. Alright. Sure. Alright, stop. I'll just leave it there. Another thing I can change later if it's not working. Let's see, come back here. All right, so we need a network defined in OpenStack. We need the sec group. Let me pull up this guy. Network. There we go. I knew I'd need this guy. /24 is fine. VLAN ID 53. So I'll need to create. Would this be a provider network? Yeah, because he's going to need to be accessible on the outside. Neutron's not happy right now. Neutron's very unhappy right now. Neutron doesn't depend on Octavia, so let's fix Neutron first. Even if I enable it, just like, all right, it's not there. So let's take a look at that. Neutron. Server.log is empty. Why is server.log? Oh, did it rotate? It rotated. Today is the 6th. Yep, it rotated today. Nice. Let's just do this. Systemctl actually. List units pipe grip Neutron. Ooh, that's just flat out failed. Let's just look at the journal CTO. Failed to start. Okay. That's not the scripts. I'm gonna need those logs. Restart Neutron. That's better. Uh-oh. Oh, shucks. Okay. I know why this is happening. I need a database. I need to rerun. That's why I had this open. I need to rerun the Neutron DB manage. That's right. Before I do, here it is. Does this guy mention it at all? Apparently not. Okay. Let's just start with this and go from there. Okay, so it's pulling in the LBaaS stuff. All right. Survey says... Now you're taking a bit. That's fine. It's probably doing a first time initialization of stuff. We shall see. One way or another. Aha. Okay. Okay. Now we have an image file. I don't know what happened last time, but clearing the cache cleared it out. So we'll upload him to Glance in a sec. You're taking a little bit. And you didn't. Oh, server. Okay. Nice. Great. Cool. Everything happy. Happy. Reload this page. Show me my networks. There you are. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I need to just create. All right. Do I have? VLAN provider. Not the subnet. I need the network create. This is not going to be called VLAN provider. This will be called LBaaS VLAN provider. Segment is 53. Bam. Do it. OpenRC. Do it. There we go. Subnet create. LBaaS VLAN provider. Those are fine. These need to be 192.168.53. Okay. Okay. So if we come back to here, reload, show up in the network. Oh, you're on the wrong network. Wah, wah. Oh. Boop. Okay. I need to first take this subnet out. Not with that. LBaaS, you get out of here. My mistake was. Oh, right here. What did I call it again? LBaaS VLAN provider. Boom. Reload. Show me the money. There's my money. Sweet. Okay. Well, I'm thinking of it. I should set up the proper subnet routes on the routers. My edge router has been uber slow. What is going on? It's clearly routing, but it won't let me on the UI. Routing. Wait a minute. Oh, 53 is already on there. I'm either thinking ahead or being uber silly. Let's put a description. Cloud provider LBaaS net. Save. Okay. For future reference. Wow, this thing is unhappy. I may need to reboot this guy. You know what? Oh, he's an easy one to fix, but let me make note of him. Restart and add route in edge router x 41. Okay. I'm less concerned about the routing at this juncture because I don't even know if Octavia is going to spin things up correctly, and if it's not spinning things up correctly, it don't matter if you can route there or not. I need that ID though. Need to work. Yeah. And then I don't actually have the network ID. Yeah. Oh, not there. Octavia. Worker. There you are. Amp boot network list. So here's the question. If you actually it would just choose randomly. Interesting. Okay. Well, probably. It would probably do that. There. All right. So the network. Now this tab decides to freak out. What am I gonna do with you, Firefox? Just no. All right, network boot lists. I need. Oh, excuse me. I need my sec group list. My security. Where's my security? Security groups. Honestly, just put in the default for now. I foresee Octavia going to be my royal pain once I actually start implementing proper TLS with FreeIPA. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. And for a driver. Show me the drivers. Boop. Put that there. Boop. Oh, what happened there? Oh. Oh, give me the whole thing. There you go. Nope. Nope. There. Alright, next is the compute driver. And finally, the network driver. And load balancer topology. That's quite the name. I'll do single for now. Active standby would be great to have. But I want to make sure before I decide to do active standby, I need to make sure that the flavor's been properly tuned and isn't too big. Once I've got that, I don't see a reason why I would have a lack of resources to run active standby and have a HA load balancer. I'm more worried about what's behind the load balancer, honestly. Oslo messaging. GUR. At some point, I should probably actually look into the whole Oslo thing and understand what it is. Topic. Octavia prov, event stream, transport URL. One full train. I'd like to have enough hardware to be able to set up actual HA for some of this stuff, but not in the budget for now. I'll worry about HA once I get things working. Transport URL to use for Neutron LBaaS synchronization event stream when Neutron and Octavia have separate queues. Okay. This should just be the rabbit host, right? So with this match whatever the MQ server is, or is this supposed to be something else? Why? Man, Firefox is determined to just kill tabs off one at a time. Oslo. I just at a minimum, the configuration should specify the following beyond the defaults. Your specific environment require more than this. Huh. There is nothing in regards to task flow. Well, or Oslo, oh no, Oslo messaging. Just topic. That's it. And then they have Oslo messaging rabbit. Let me double check something. Oslo. And there is no Oslo messaging rabbit. Your stuff is out of date, sir. Alright. Enough of the theatrics. Where's the value? Rabbit. Show me the wabbit. Oh. Let me just take it from... neutron.conf. Oop. There. This guy. I need this guy. Oop. Okay. Astro server. That's it. Okay. Task flow. Oh. Ew, okay. I'm down here. Alright. Housekeeping. Blah, 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 blah. Service off. Project domain name, user domain, blah, blah, blah. Let's just yank all this. Actually, they may already have it. Project domain name. Project name. User domain name. Password. Username. Auth type. And finally the auth URL. this guy. Let's just do from here. There you go. Nova Gland's neutron quotas. Restart the services. Bum, bum, bum. All right, I did not yet upload the glance image, which it might throw a hissy fit about. So I need the glance upload config or command. Did I do one? If I did, it's not in the history anymore. Okay. Thought I had one. But there's one they gave where it's like, oh, upload with this command and tag it at the same time. Maybe? Oh, actually, sounds like I can restart the services without needing to worry about the glance image necessarily being up. That seemed a little easy. List, units, pipe, grep, Octavia. They're running. So far, so good. Okay. Now check all the logs related to Octavia to make sure all the services are up and running without an error. I just did. Alright, let's do Amphora. We've already created the image. So now we just need to upload. Here's what I saw. Okay. Alright, OpenStack image create. Disk format q cow2 container format. Those dashes are probably gonna kill me. Bear public tag taga fora file ubuntu.qcow and fora x64 ha proxy. Computer say dashes are not sufficient. Boom. 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 There we go. If the image status, the image is active, you can proceed to the rest of the steps. The image is active status. Steps to create an Octavia load balancer. All right. Moment of truth, I think. All right, so the plan is get this loaded, make sure it deploys successfully. If it by chance deploys successfully, then in order to make sure that it's properly provisioning on the network, I am going to actually have to, I'll put a be right back slide up, run downstairs and reset my edge router. Not really sure why it freaked out the way it did, but so we'll lose connectivity up here as well. So I need to make sure the files are closed. That should be the okay. All right, OpenStack load balancer create name test LB. Let's just leave it there. VIP subnet ID trying to make sure. Let's pull this here. No. I don't know. There's one thing I didn't quite do. OpenStack image list. Just leave it there. It should be just 2. There we go. All right. OpenStack subnet list. All right, so I'm going to need this ID. And I guess this project, so it should already be choosing the service project. Bam. Enable is not an OpenStack command. All right. No enable. Hi. Hell. No. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no here. What command are you running? Actually, doesn't it do this through Neutron? Network. Alright. At this point, let me just, so he's creating pool member, okay. Why? Oh, there's also an Octavia database. Nice. Sure. Oh, they're doing Neutron. Okay, good. All right. Add these to the Octavia.conf. Run this on the controller worker host. Oh. DB manage upgrade head. Not been keeping track of this. Configure Octavia. Okay. All right, I also need to know the flavor. All right, so right about here. Create LBaaS network. Create LBaaS subnet. There also needs to be create LBaaS security group. What else did I do? Networks did that. Loading IPs, routers, network technology. Oh, the key. Doesn't matter actually, just put it here. Create Amphora key pair. Actually, that should probably be before because I'm going to need that. I'm actually going to need all these before I configure Octavia. I need those values. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh. This is wrong. Thankfully, that's not what I actually put in. Oop. All right. Did I miss anything else? I think I got it. Bounce create, image create, subnet create, network create. Disk image. Okay. Everything else has been config files so far. Oh, I should also put in configure neutron LBaaS v2. And then there's also the neutron db sync. Okay. So now I just need to figure out how to deploy a load balancer. Oh, excuse me. Launching the Octavia controller. Alright, so we did that. Okay. See, I'm a little surprised that the I'm honestly a little surprised that Octavia didn't have a problem, specifically because of the database. Unless there's an Octavia unit I'm missing. No, there's no M4 agent either. API. Oh wait, no, API's up. Health manager, housekeeping, worker. Actually, the only service not on is the Amphora agent. And so far, no one's told me to turn it on. Let's just leave it for now. A side note. Take a pin, put a pin in it. Alright, make sure each Octavia controller component is started appropriately. We've configured the neutron. Must add the Octavia API base URL to the Octavia set. Oh, is that done? No, not there. No. No, there isn't. Alphabetical. Made before Oslo. After Matchmaker, after Nova. Nova. Alright. Octavia base URL equals. Let's put that in for now, just keep it simple. Then we'll complicate it with the automation. You must update as described above. Add the Octavia API URL to the neutron.conf. And I guess should restart the neutron server. Oh, I do want to check the config when it comes back to see if it complained about that value. I'm not completely trusting of this documentation. And then I'll worry about the GUI extension Horizon after I verify the things are working. So far, so good. Everything is still happy. Is that right? Right, 7.6, okay. Health manager. Uh-oh. DB error, unknown column in field list, select. Doesn't exist, okay. Apparently is in my other history that I restarted the services. List unit system CTL restart Octavia API Octavia health manager Octavia housekeeping. And finally, Octavia worker. Okay. Logging enabled. Looks to be okay now. API. Looks good. Health manager. Looks better. Worker. Looks good. Okay. All right. At this point, we should be good to try doing a test deployment. All the above instructions have been followed. It should now be possible to deploy load balancing services using the Python Neutron client CLI communicating with the Neutron LBaaS v2 API. Pow. All right. Private subnet. Show LB1. Keep running this command until this shows a provisioning status of active. LBaaS listener create. Yada yada yada. Alright. Alright. Moment of truth, baby. LBaaS load balancer create. Name LB1. Private subnet. Oh, wait, would this be the backend subnet? Is that what they're asking? Maybe? Oh, of course. Subnets. Sure. Nope, not that one. Oh, I know. That, yes, that one. Because this is the back end. Yeah. Maybe? Now let's try. Neutron CLI is different. Yeah, I know. Lit. Driver error, none type. Object has no attribute. R strip. Neutron server returns request IDs. I assume is the one I had. Alright. Error. LBaaS services load balancer plugin. There was an error in the driver. Attribute error. None type object has no attribute. R strip. Alright. Is Octavia unhappy with something? Just want to make sure this isn't a Neutron talking to Octavia problem. Okay, no. This is something Neutron is very upset about. No, this is the Neutron API. No, there is no API there. Fair enough. All right. Neutron LBaaS load balancer plugin default calling driver operation load balancer manager create. There was an error in the driver. Let's just take a look at this. Create fails on Octavia deployment. What is the driver being set for Neutron LBaaS HE proxy? What was the value again? What is the driver being set for Neutron LBaaS? Those are deprecated service providers. Yeah, that was the stuff that they told me to do it that way. Load balancer V2 Octavia Neutron LBaaS drivers. Octavia driver default. Service plugins. Yeah, existing service plugins, comma, Neutron LBaaS services, load balancer plugin V2. And then you got the service providers, which is what I put there. List units pipe grep. I don't remember what the thing is for or. \pipe. Okay. That didn't help. There we go. Well, that was a euphoric. Well, is there anything saying that I should be starting the euphoric? or Amphora agent service. I suspect I do. Not quite sure what I'm holding back. I'm just doing it. I want to say just auto starts when they have it. I think that's why I'm kind of what I'm holding back. Let's just put these in. Just do a quick restart. Give it a bit. Oh. Sorry. Okay, they're all running. Let's just drop by each one and make sure there are no errors. Wait, what was that? Unable to retrieve active L2 agent. Here. Server L3, which I did. Open vSwitch agent. Looks good. Metadata looks good. And we don't do Linux Bridge anymore. Octavia. Housekeeping. Looks good. Worker. Looks good. API. Looks good. Finally, Health Manager. Looks good. Let's do our yep, same error. These are so where is he getting OpenStack load balancer from? Yeah. That's just the oh, what's this? Oh. Well, how do I get this? What am I missing? Yum search. OpenStack. I could just install that, it might work. There's the CLI. Which package is the CLI? So that could be... It could just be the Python, or a Python thing, or a Python package. Puppet, Python. Neutron library. Octavia client. Okay. Yum search Octavia. Okay, so just Python dash, nope. Yum install Python to Octavia client. Yes. I should put this as part of my list. Where's my list? Here. Okay. Octavia. Oh, nope. That should work, right? Yay! Works. Public endpoint for load balancer service in region 1, region not found. What? Wait, so is Octavia supposed to get its own endpoint? I don't think it was. No. Not once have I seen any mention of Octavia getting its own endpoint. Public endpoint for load dash balancer service. I don't think this guy ever did it either. Nope. Octavia endpoint. In the near future, Octavia is likely to become the standard OpenStack LBaaS API endpoint. Well then. So talk to Octavia directly instead of Neutron? What's this? Will deprecate the current Neutron LBaaS extension starting Queen's release. Neutron LBaaS requires the Neutron. As for clients, Neutron LBaaS requires the OpenStack client replace a part of the native API. Oh. Aha! That is a superset of the LBaaS v2 API meeting is compatible with. Why? Why is this not in the documentation? Oh. All right. That would have been nice to know. All right. So let's create the endpoint and make a note of it. How was I creating the endpoints before? I need an example. Actually, it should be over here. User role service endpoint. All right. Of course. There you go. Okay. OpenStack endpoint create region 1. Let me find. All right. Region service name is Octavia. Service type is load balancer. Service type network. Okay. Octavia public cumulonimbus .asgard.int port 9876. No service with the type, name, or ID. Oh wait, it says network, so that'd be load dash balancer. Or not. I go over here. LOAD-BALANCER. Yeah. I am on Queens, right? Thought I was. Alright, so now I'm officially curious. Yeah, let's take this. Duplicate. Rocky. I hope I spelled it right. Okay. See, even in Rocky, they don't mention adding a service endpoint. So why is this person saying... Well, then why is the load balancer command line doing this? Load dash balancer. I know that. Alright. Service. Service to be associated with new endpoint, name or ID. Playbook. Ah! Right? No. What's this? Hmm. Where's my service create? Endpoint. OS Keystone endpoint. That's what I want. Let's search in here for that. Can I search in this? I'd like to search this. That'd be great. In this repository. Nope. Like in this repository at all, not just the branch. No. Okay. Well then. Then devstack disk image create. Oh wait. Okay. This is not the OpenStack. This is OpenStack, not the Ansible OpenStack. That's what I want. Ansible OS Octavia. That's what I want. There we go. Tasks. That's what was throwing me off. Service add. Name Octavia service type. Stable Queens. Let's look at this one. Service add. Oh, they're using just Keystone directly. Endpoint login service name. Octavia service name. That's what I want. Defaults. Main. Service name is Octavia. I want to see this list. I feel like something's wrong. All right, let's do this. Would Queens really have been updated like that though? That doesn't make sense. Let's try it. Oh, what have I got to lose? So I think what I'm gonna do is let's fix this yum conflict, and then I will update Keystone and try from there. Requires the updated by. All right, what's the conf? Oh, Apple. That's why. Yum prefer repo. Oh, that's right. It's priorities. Priority equals priority 1 is the highest. Okay. CentOS OpenStack Queens. Priority equals 1. try or t equals 10. That should resolve that. Or not. Prefer OpenStack over Apple. Oops. More package from repo. Prevent update from conflicting repo. Did I spell it or something? What did I do wrong? Prior it equals 1. The problem is the name is something that back in there. Oh wait, failover method priority. Failover method equals priority. What is that? List more than one director. By default, Yum randomly selects for business. Force Yum to use them in sequence. Add the option. Huh. Okay. Okay. Or not. Oh wait. Okay. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Ah, you did it. Yeah, you're not installed. That's why you're not doing that. Hey, finally. Alright, so here's hoping. As soon as this update finishes, I'll reboot the host, and once it comes back, I'll try the endpoint create again. Fingers crossed. Oh. Alright. This could take a bit, unfortunately. This will be boring. And now would not be a good time to restart that router, because it's updating. Well, that would admittedly be interesting. Oh, here's actually a fun little... here's an interesting thing. I was VPN'd into... remotely into my house, and I was telling a machine to update. It was an Arch Linux update, and I was telling my client to update, and it was doing it through the VPN because otherwise the local provider was just going to block me. So traffic was going from me on my laptop, or all traffic was going from was me going through the tunnel of my VPN, then out to the internet. Well, the internet service provider has a 1 terabyte limit and was warning me, hey, you're getting close. But it decided to do that in the middle of my downloads of the repository definitions. And so the ISP injected their warning JavaScript code into my download of the text file I needed so that Arch Linux could update, and I almost broke the installation because of it. Thankfully, I noticed it before doing a reboot or something worse, and was able to properly fix it. But that was so annoying that I was this close to breaking myself because of it. Because it was updating just enough. It was like, oh, I've got this, and block, there's the injection. So I was updating some packages, but not others. So I potentially would have broken myself because I had incompatible versions. That was, I was mad at my ISP that day. I'm still mad at them now for doing that. Don't inject your own code. If you need to warn me, do something else to do it. There are plenty of other ways. Send an email. Okay, people still use email. I know. It's weird, huh? Anyway. Installing the kernel. About halfway through that update. So now it's doing the cleanup. And we'll clean it up. A little under 200 left. Come on, man, finish updating. Want to do stuff. Almost done. And then a reboot. Come on. You can do it. Finish it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You can do it. Please. You're gonna make me earn it, aren't you? Okay, I have the patience of a saint. I don't. I have good patience, but not that good of patience. Come on. Wow, what is this package? Why does it need so much cleanup? GCC. I can see it. Verifying. I should have known better. I knew this. I know this. Why did I forget it? Hey! Reboot. And now I wait some more. At some point, I really got to figure out the redirect host. I don't know why it does that. It's the one piece of networking that I wish I knew enough so I could figure out why it does that intermittently. There's only one path. It's not like the yeah, I don't get it. All right. So that ping should go away. And then when it comes back, that's when I know it's done. Looks like it just went away. I could check on the ILO, but I don't think I've actually configured the ILO with the new networks yet. I think they're still on the old IPs, which are unreachable. Still waiting for it to come back. Come on. You can do it. You're like John Hammond in Jurassic Park. I'm trying to get this baby dinosaur out of its egg. Do it. Do it. Come on, little one. Push. Push. There you go. I don't have no basis on that last one, but come on. Oh, this HP takes so long to reboot. I wish it wouldn't. I've got Emperor's New Groove in my head. I really want to watch that song. So come back so I can get Octavia going and launch Plex. Please. Come back. Still waiting. I'll probably give another 2 minutes and then I'll have to go down there myself and figure out why. Hey, it's back. Alright. I'm not expecting this long because it's starting everything up still. SSH is the easy one. Okay. Let's see. Oh wait. Dead. Jad. What? Uh, 517 because I'm on UTC. Okay, it just hasn't come up yet. Ah, it's starting. Just needed to give it a wee bit of time. Get a little bit longer. Make sure everything's settled out. Let's try it again. I don't know. It'd be nice if they would give me a list of possibilities. He was able to. I really don't know, and that's what's annoying me. How do I move from here? Really? Come on. Alright, I'm at wit's end right now. I'm just gonna have to post to a forum. Really? All right. Well, darn. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. I'm kind of stuck, and I'm mentally blocked as to what I can even do with that. If I get a response from this, I'll follow through on it as soon as possible. Hopefully, something comes through before next time. I might also head over to, if OpenStack has an IIRC, I might look into that as well. But not tonight. Anyway, yeah. So thanks for tuning in. I know that last half was boring as all get out, but uh, I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, weekend, and Monday, and we'll see if we can chug through some of this. I think once I figure out what I'm missing and make proper notes, we should be able to relatively easily get Octavia configured and running with and set up through Ansible. So again, thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Until then, happy coding. Night.